Hola, clase. That was one heck of a cliffhanger. Unfortunately, we hit the 5-minute limit on Screencastify, so I got to put out a second video for this one here. But all we did in the first half of the video now for the recap was we just made our beautiful vocab quiz. So now we have a vocab quiz for basic verbs. There are 7 matching questions here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there are 3 different questions with pictures and 3 choices below them. Those are drop-down questions. Now that we have these, we're going to head on out of this thing here, and we're going to go and put it on our website. So we'll do the same thing that we've been doing every single time. We'll go to Casa de Capi to my website, or whatever you call yours. We're going to make sure we're on Unit 1, Basic Verbs. And then we're going to scroll down to the bottom and click on the empty space so we can insert from Google Drive. And it just so happens that under our Recents section here, we should have the work we just did. All right, there's my basic verbs that I was just working on a minute ago. And when I double click on it, it puts it into the puzzle here. This one you're going to want to use full screen on because you made a big matching question. You're going to have to make it the full width of it. So make sure that when you do it, that you include the entire distance around, not just part of it. So instead of just making it halfway like this, we're going to want to scroll down to the bottom. Didn't quite make it. Scroll down to the bottom of it, and we're going to want to drag it all the way over to the right side. So now we'll have a full-size quiz for people to take. You can make it as long as you want to. I like to make it the full length. That way they don't have to scroll through the quiz. But you can do it however you seem fit. Now, again, we've got that boring background problem going for us here. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we get a different background on it so that it's not so dull and boring. So go ahead and let's pick an image for it. For quizzes, I like to use purple stuff. You can use whatever it is that you want. So I'm going to head down to one of my purple backgrounds I would use for a quiz like this. And ta-da, all set. Like I said before, if you think it looks better, I think it does. Make it full width. That way it takes up the whole width of it. And that way you end up with just enough space here to see all 7 of your choices. All right, by now you should be completed this first unit. So we're going to go on to Unit 2 with Phase 8. Before we do, let's just double check and make sure we have everything we're supposed to have. So we have a home page to land on. We have a Unit 1 Basic Verbs page, and that Basic Verbs page should have flashcards, 10 Google drawings, the match game with the same flashcards, notes showing me how to conjugate verbs, a crossword puzzle, and finally, to finish up, a vocab quiz on the verbs that we did with 7 matching questions and 3 picture questions. If you have all that, you are in great shape. Your first unit is completely done, and I'll see you next time in Phase 8.